I mean, it really was. I thought it was embarrassing as a professional that this is your or lack of, more to the point. I don't see how you excuse or justify that.
Go on, Mario.
It's sad though, because you know last season we all know, you understand, he scored so many goals for them, he extended his deal, and then he's in this situation, and I'm like, we all sitting there. It's not like I don't hear the guys stay against him, because he's a very talented player, you understand? He's the one that should lead the line in the sense of like being in charge, being kind of like, I call it the captain without the armband. And at the moment, he is not showing that, because he has all the ingredients as an individual to lead the line, lead the team, and making them play this type of football they want to play, and also being so influential in the team. And at the moment, I feel like it's almost like he's sulking. And I feel like that's not what you want. I don't, look, he is too good to be like that. Let's say it like this. He's too good of an individual to make him sulk or feel down or walk around. He's not happy being there. That's not Marcus. Marcus should be the kid that is, you know, like use his speed, his skill, enjoys being on the field all the time. And at this moment, I'm asking myself, where is all that joy of him?
Here's the thing, we shouldn't forget. 18 months ago, we were all sitting questioning whether Man United should give this guy a contract. That's 18 months ago, the question was, should we give Marcus Rashford a contract? And lo and behold, he has an incredible 6 months, scores a ton of goals, all of a sudden he gets a contract. I mean, are we really, really shocked that...
Is there any danger if you drop him, you lose him completely?
No, if you do... listen, if you walk up to him and say, what's all this nonsense?
Right.
Get your... You know, it depends how you do it. You have to tell him and be straight with him and say, why you're not dropping him. And it's because you're not contributing enough. Exactly what I've just said. I understand if you're not scoring goals, but if you're not scoring goals, I need you to be doing this, this and this, and it's not happening. And it hasn't been happening for a while. So I'm just going to give you a break. Keep working hard. You'll get your chance again. I mean, all the things that you say without killing him. And if he decides that it's too much for him and that makes him crumble, then there's nothing you can do about that.
Rob Dawson's reporting there's unrest in this Manchester United dressing room. You feel like if this is a United team, that there would be someone saying, come on, sort yourself out. You know, but there's not that voice now.
There's not. And there hasn't been for some time. But to your point or your question to Stevie, I think Eric Ten Hag has already lost Marcus Rashford. And I say that Mark Ogden has been reporting for some time that ever since the Jadon Sancho incident, that there were a lot of players, or some players, let me know paraphrase, some players in the dressing room who were not happy with how Ten Hag dealt with that. And then Mario's described Rashford's attitude as sulking. And I have to say, when you see that, when you see his defensive effort, that's all you think of, that he is not happy with anything, and he is just going through the motions.
This feels like the modern day professional. Because I can assure you, before all this money came, regardless of whether you thought the manager was talking sense or not, whether it was frustration, whether you were angry, whatever it was, you went out and you ran and you ran and you kicked people and you did every single thing. Right. Because at the end of the day, it's your livelihood and you've got a family to feed. And all these things that people will go, oh, listen to that, you got a family to feed. But that's a fact. That's what it used to be. It used to be that you had to get your bonuses to bump your money up. You had to do this to get another contract. You had to do this to have respect for the rest of your team. Regardless of whether you like the manager or you don't like what he did with some of your mates. Right. But it seems like now, whenever that goes south, it seems like it's OK for everybody to down tools until there's a change. That's not acceptable. But it seems like the modern-day player seems like the modern-day player
all
thinks...
modern-day players,
not all, but it seems that the majority, it seems like the majority, or too many, shall we just put it that way, think that it's acceptable, that it's not their fault. Again, accountability. No, there's not enough accountability from individuals. From individuals. After a game like that at Newcastle, the one thing the coach should be saying is, right, I want every single one of you to go home, have a look in the mirror and tell me what you see. Yeah. Ask yourself a couple of questions. Did I do enough? Was I at fault for anything? Could I run more? Could I have helped anybody more? These are all basic things that used to happen with footballers. The buck stops with you, and you have to sort yourself out first. But it seems like they don't seem to be interested in sorting themselves out. I
sang Arsenal's praises for their performance against Wolves. In the 84th or 85th minute, Arsenal gets a corner that Wolves break from. At the point that Wolves cross the half-line, it's 4 Wolves players. There's only 2 Arsenal players in the Arsenal half. By the time this player gets the other side of the centre circle, all 10 outfield players are goal side of the ball. And that kind of spoke to a successful team, a team that's buying into whatever it is the manager is selling, a team that's playing for each other. It was an incredible kind of defensive effort from a team that sits on top of the table. And then you compare and contrast that with Marcus Rashford, who from 10 yards outside the box couldn't get inside the box to defend. I mean, it speaks volumes as to where those two teams are.